All right, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. Things are a little bit last minute here. I will not sit here and lie. We are, I don't know, in a high stakes draft. We just posted a video literally 3 seconds ago. Everything is very, very hectic right now. I need to get myself into this draft. We are doing another high stakes draft here from the 9 spot. Main event. We just posted a video as well. Complete buzzer beater here. Now I need to check if everything's going fine in terms of our stream. Is anybody even in the chat? We kind of went live out of nowhere here. I'm hoping that we're live. I hope everything is all right. I don't see anybody here. Come on. There goes Jefferson. Is anybody in the chat? Is this thing live? And then Jamar Chase goes right before our 9 spot. God damn it, dude. All right. We took A.J. Brown yesterday. We're going to take Garrett Wilson here and see what comes back to us. That's what I've decided. But how are we doing? We just posted a video. Honestly, really poor scheduling by me. Really poor scheduling by me, but was running late on today's video. Already had this main event booked for 7 p.m. We don't even have my rankings up. We don't even have the chat up. Everybody bear with me for a second. Let's just get past this turn, and then I will be back on my P's and Q's. I do hope that the stream is fine. Let's see. I'm pulling up the chat now. How is everybody? All right. It seems like we're doing all right here. Pulling up some ADP, pulling up my rankings, and then we'll be getting back on track here. All right, everybody, just bear with me. Like I said, after this turn, we'll be better than ever. I have a couple of guys I'd like. Should not be too difficult to make our first 2 picks. And then we can kind of figure out what we're doing from here. But yeah, I went Garrett Wilson. We went A.J. Brown in the last draft. I decided why not. This is a main event for $1,600. It might seem like a lot, but I'm lucky. You know, this is kind of my full-time job, whatever. I do, in a vacuum, I probably prefer A.J. Brown. But, like I said, we took him yesterday for $2,000 or whatever. So if we're going to do another one, why not kind of mix it up ever so slightly? Who knows if the video I just posted is doing all right? Who knows what's going on? Like I said, could have been much better planned here. Let's see. So there goes Saquon. I have one player I'd absolutely love, which means he's going to go right here. Let's see. If he goes, I got to be honest, I don't have a backup plan as we are sitting here and discussing things. So Saquon went. Trey McBride, or not Trey McBride, Laporta goes. What's it going to be, pal? And he goes Gibbs. God damn, dude. Alrighty. It is tight end premium. I don't know how many times I'll have to say it this stream. I anticipate it will be a lot, though. This is a tough decision point. I will say I don't have a Kelsey in one of these yet. It's 204. It's Kelsey or Achane for me. We're going to go Kelsey. In a tight end premium, why not? I already have a McBride. I could have gone Achane, but you guys know I have a billion Achane teams. I don't know. I'm not crazy about that. Kind of already slightly annoyed that we couldn't get Gibbs to come back to us, that we couldn't get Ja'Marr Chase to fall to the 109. Whatever. Only slightly annoyed. Only slightly annoyed. It is, alright, so people ask, I can't, I honestly, I can't tell if you guys are trolling me. In terms of, like, if you guys know that this is tight end premium or not. But yeah, so I'll be honest with you guys, fellas. The reason for this draft is, one, I didn't realize this, but usually these high stakes sites, they do they do a 3-pack. You buy 2 teams, you get the third one on a discount. I didn't realize for the main events, it's $2,000 for 2, and then from your 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, it's $400 off. So this is $1,600 instead of $2,000, which is enough to be like, man, maybe I should hop into 1 or 2 more. And I will be straight up. The team we drafted yesterday, I think, is amazing. I think it's a really good team. But I also look at it and I say, man, the only thing that I have a gripe with, is the Brock Bowers pick. I thought on it. Even in a tight end premium, I do wonder how much of an edge you get by putting a tight end in your flex spot. Of course, the tight ends matter more, but a tight end in your flex isn't great. So I do think if you have a tough decision where it's kind of like a tiebreaker, I would rather break the tie to the non-tight end. So yesterday, I do kind of wish that we went Pickens or Worthy over Brock Bowers. So I don't know. It was still a fine draft. It's still a draft I really like. But I was like, you know what? I think we can do better than the one we did yesterday. So I decided, let's hop into one more. I decided Kelce there. I already have, like, in terms of, I kind of want exposure to all of these elite tight ends. I haven't got Sam Laporta to come back to me yet. I already have a main event with McBride. We took Kincaid yesterday. I already have a Mark Andrews team. We took Kyle Pitts in a main event yesterday. So I decided, you know what, we'll take Kelce here. I don't know. For me, the options were Achane and Drake London, both guys I wasn't crazy about taking at the 204. And, Kelce in this format was like a top 5 pick last year. So I was fine just kind of taking him there. It was him or Jonathan Taylor already went. I'm an idiot. So yeah, he was the highest ADP player available. Not that matters a ton, but I don't know. I don't have a strong stance on any of the high-end tight ends. I just would like to have a few different variations, I guess. All right, so let's cross some things off. Like I said, this was a very hectic start to this stream. Poor time management. I don't know. The video I just posted might literally flop because we posted it and then we also went live at the same time. For those guys that don't know, we just posted a video on the whole idea is stashes before week 1. I looked at like the least owned players in ESPN leagues, kind of saw what was going on there, and then gave my recommendations for what to take off of waivers if you've already done your draft. So make sure you check that out. Still kind of trying to figure out what we're doing here. All over the place. Pretty hectic way to start a draft this high stakes, but I'm fine with it. It is all, in a tight end premium, it is Kelce. There's obviously concerns for age. There's obviously concerns that he goes out here and takes it easy, but just as like a veteran, maybe saving himself for the playoffs, but also what if he does just have another Travis Kelce season and he is, putting up similar point totals to a lot of the high-end tight ends. He probably has the highest projection in tight end premium if you just look at it like FanDuel and Underdog Pick'em projections and you just kind of projected out his points. I will say I am rambling into the abyss as I pull some things up here. Not reading chat. I will get to chat in a second. But yeah, this has just been my stream of consciousness, I guess. All right. Now we're good to go. 301 Drake London is pretty sexy. I won't sit here and lie to you. So Derrick Henry went. All right. Opens us up to some, Mahomes stuff as well. All right, catching up with the chat now. Smart to diversify. That's also part of the Brock Bowers pick yesterday, is that we had a similar decision point in a draft with Jacob and Liam. We took the wide receiver over the flex Brock Bowers, decided to see what the other side felt like, and did not love it. Is kind of what it came down to. Again, I still think it's a fine team. We don't even have to put Brock Bowers in our flex. We can just flex Tank Dell and Jaden Reed instead. And it does flex you. There's definitely some utility to the tight end, like a second tight end that you can flex, or if Pitts gets hurt or if he doesn't work out and Bowers smashes, all of a sudden we have optionality to another shot at a really good tight end spot. But it's also definitely viable in a tight end premium to hit on some late, figure that out. So I don't know. No, we won't tilt. We're locking in. There goes Pacheco. Super chat from Daniel Whitmore. 10-team happy PR, 3 wide receiver. I assume 1 flex. Kyler, JT. Damn, there goes Kyron. I was going to say, if Kyron made it back to us, I would definitely heavily debate him. Yeah, I do get the same pick every time. It does suck. I was hoping for something. I'm still waiting on a Bijan team. Kyler, JT, Ford, Hubbard, Dobbins, Tyreek. Yeah, you're probably stacked enough at wide receiver that you could package something. You could definitely do. You're looking good in terms of Ford and Hubbard giving you early season production, but in a 3 wide receiver, 1 flex, you probably don't need both JSN and Brian Thomas Jr. I don't hate that idea, but I still think it's a good looking team. All right, there goes Neighbors. So Neighbors went, Kyron went. All right. What else we got in here? Trying to figure out a way that I can make this very clear that it is tight end premium. Probably do that in a second. So there goes Andrews. We're 1 pick away. A couple of guys I'd like. There was Waddle. That was one of them. All right, probably just going to go Debo here, to be honest with you. Nothing really that crazy fell back to us. Don't have a ton of Debo yet. As long as Debo doesn't have a weird bye week. Bye week 9. Yeah, I'm fine with Debo here. I don't know. There's a ton of receivers on the board you could talk me into, but I think Debo is my preferred option there. I felt fine about Debo there. We'll see what comes back. Probably going to be a pretty disgusting zero RB team that you guys do not like, but that's kind of just par for the course with these streams. Again, if Gibbs made it to us, we're yet to get Gibbs to come back, which sucks so bad. If Gibbs came back, we would have taken him. If we had a draft slot inside of the top 4, we would have taken Breece or Bijan. Yeah. Just kind of keep walking into these zero RB teams. Any thoughts on T-Mac? T-Mac is in who? Like McBride? If you think it's a pure... I'm honestly, I'm not that stoked with this start. I'll be straight up. We're picking from the 9 spot. We'll see what gets back to us. Would love for one of these teams to just take Kyle Pitts, so I don't have to debate it when I'm on the clock. There goes James Cook. And Rashee Rice. Alrighty. I will be honest. If Josh Jacobs makes it back to us, I'll give it a long, hard look, man. I'll give it a long, hard look. There goes Evan Ingram, huh? Man. Comes down to Jacobs or Devontae Smith for me. I think I might take Devontae Smith. Yeah, I'm taking Devontae Smith. I know. I was debating Josh Jacobs hard. I really was. I couldn't, though. I could not. I get it. I know the chat's going to want me to take Jacobs there. I know. But I literally have Devontae Smith ranked ahead of Jacobs. Smith over Evans, yeah. My bad, fellas. I know I opened it up to the chat, and I know that the winning vote was most likely, you know, I get it. It was most likely Josh Jacobs. I could not do it. You could have talked me into Pitts over Devontae Smith, but again, the way that I'm viewing these drafts personally now is if I have 2 players in the same tier, I would probably prefer breaking the tie to the non-tight end. I honestly did some research this morning on value over replacement, optimal lineups in these tournaments, like in this exact format, and it's fine, but it's not super ideal. And I also looked at some of the winners of this contest from last year. Very few of them went with some kind of bully tight end build. I do think that Kyle Pitts is a high enough tier that you could talk me into it. Man, that stings that Jalen Hurts goes right there. Was really hoping that he could maybe come back to us, especially because we have the A.J. Brown guy boxed out. But of course, that's just kind of how these rooms go. It's pretty crazy, too, that Jacobs wasn't immediately scooped up either. But I will say, I'm not completely against flexing tight ends or drafting to flex a tight end. I would just prefer it to be kind of a tier above, you know? If like Devontae was gone and Mike Evans was gone and Ayuk was gone and like all of a sudden I'm debating between, you know, wide receiver like T. Higgins versus Kyle Pitts, I probably would have gone Kyle Pitts. And if I didn't have Kelsey, I'd probably break the tie to tight end. But I don't know. I'm curious where you guys would have gone there. Because we have Devontae Smith. Could have taken Gibbs here, but he obviously gets sniped from us. Could have gone Achane. Could have gone like Garrett Wilson, Achane, Debo, Pitts. Could have also gone Garrett Wilson, Debo, Pitts, Garrett Wilson, Debo, like Josh Jacobs as well. I don't know. We'll kind of see how this shakes out. Just kind of where the room let us down, to be honest. No, home league's not till Wednesday. Why Jacobs fall so far? I don't know. People just weren't all that interested. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't plan to go into these rooms and go 0 RB, but the fact that JT or Gibbs didn't make it back, it just kind of is what it is. There goes Walker. Do you see much space between the rankings of Debo and Ayuk? No, I have them like almost back to back. All right, so I have a super chat I think I missed here. I am curious to see how the video I just posted is actually even doing. Oh, it's doing just fine, I would say, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'd say it's doing just fine. All right. Everything is all good. It was a little bit of a hectic start there. So there goes T. Pittman is gone. Just thinking through how we're gonna land this plane here. So Walker being gone means that my options at running back are pretty much already done in terms of 5-6 turn. All right, but the super chat, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, full PPR, pick 8. You started Amon-Ra, St. Brown, ETN, Kelsey, Devontae Smith, but I waited on quarterback, went Caleb/Goff. You shouldn't be all that worried. I would say, you know, it seems like it's a 12-person league, and if that's the case, like, I'm rocking Caleb myself as QB1 in a bunch of places. I would just have some kind of backup QB in the mix that you can kind of trust, you know? Even if that's all the way down to, like, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, there's 1.5 PPR points to the tight end position in this league. So there goes Kittle. All right, I'm probably going to work on getting that message up in some way. Let's see how I can do this. Can I do... All right, this is going to be pretty dumb here. Let's see. We'll do it in Comic Sans. Look at this. What do you guys think? Comic Sans above the head box. All right. You said Wicks or Wright. Depends on what you need. Depends on what you need. But I probably would prefer Wright in a vacuum. All right, so there goes Ferguson. Trying to think through what's available here. I have to assume this Kincaid team probably takes Josh Allen. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's looking like true 0 RB. I will say, like I said earlier, I do not go into these drafts wanting to do 0 RB. I honestly, if I could have had it, okay, actually fine. I'm fine with Josh Allen going. I don't know why I was kind of gut punched there. Yeah, I don't go into these wanting to do 0 RB. We got the 9 spot, which is not ideal. I'm only willing to take McCaffrey, Bijan, and Brees in the first round. Second round comes around. We get sniped on Jahmyr Gibbs. Third round, if Kyron made it back, or if like miraculously HM made it back, I would have taken him there. Kenneth Walker and James Cook are gone. So like all my running back targets inside of the first 6 rounds are just gone. And I don't want to be stubborn. You just have to play to what the room's giving you. And that's kind of just where I'm at. This is what I needed. Yeah, that's a good call, Travis. So Flowers goes. Let's see. A couple of options here. There goes Rachaad White. So there goes Tank Dell anyways. All right, so I think this has to be Mahomes' pick, to be honest. We took Kelsey. I think we got to stack him to Mahomes. There's no running back that's worth taking. Dell and Flowers are the only receiver picks on the board. So yeah, I think this has to be Mahomes. Let's go Mahomes and see what comes back. Look, if you're going to go 0 RB, elite tight end, elite quarterback is the way to do it. Yeah, Team 6 should be in shambles with Josh Allen going there. That is absolutely a brutal run out for him. Nothing too weird has happened in this draft so far. We have a lot of wide receiver thirst. Like this guy's going 4 straight receivers after Bijan. This guy's yet to take a running back. This is a in these main events you can sometimes luck into a really soft room. That is not the case here. We are certainly in the thick of it here. I will just be straight up. There goes Ridley. I have a couple of options for what we'll do on the way back. Man, I don't even like Joe Mixon, but he will be tough to turn down. I'm honestly saying his name out loud, hoping somebody takes him from us. I'd really like to not have to take him, to be real with you. So Kamara went. There goes Lamar. So Kamara, Ridley. I'll get the super chat and back to the chats here after this turn, fellas. Got to keep the vibes high. Got a couple. I honestly got a nice little short list here that I'm looking at. I have a couple of fallback options. I gotta. People grading. Are people grading me? All right, there goes Bowers. People grading this start. So Christian Kirk goes. What's it going to be, Team 10? He goes Godwin. All right. I got to be honest with you. If we got sniped on Xavier Worthy there, I would have just sucked it up and gone with Joe Mixon, but we simply can't pass on Worthy to Mahomes in the 6th round. Wide receiver 4. We've now filled out the starting lineup outside of our running backs. So that's where I'm at. Oh, you guys are rating this guy's team. I do appreciate the super chat here. Let's see. 10-team half PPR. Lamar, Brees, Gibbs, Ayuk, Zay Flowers, Rashee Rice. I'm assuming that it's a 2 wide receiver 1 flex. If it's 2 wide receiver 1 flex, that seems like a pretty sick team. I said that's a W. All right, so Joe Mixon and James Conner go. Bowers in the 6 is not atrocious if it's 1.5 PPR to the tight end position. Let me actually just write. I'll do this. Now we're cooking. Now we are cooking. What do you guys think about this start? Look, I know running backs get points. It's just kind of the way, like all these guys are in my starting lineup anyways. I know. Everyone's going to be worried about the RBs. We're going to fix it. We're going to see what we can do. We'll see what gets back to us here. So this is an Elite 0 RB with Kelsey Mahomes. Thank you, man. Very fun. Very fun. I will say my only 2 other main events. This is the main event on FFPC. My only 2 main events, I believe, was I think we went Achane early. Did we? I know yesterday we took Jonathan Taylor in round 2. So I mean that was not full on 0 RB. So I am trying. I don't want to just keep making the same team in these, which I'm not. Yeah, and we went. So my main event so far, JT at RB1, and then the other one was with Liam and Jacob, where we went Breece Hall and Kenneth Walker at RB1 and RB2. So this is the first main event where I'm full on punting running back. Like I said, if I got sniped on Worthy there, I would have taken Mixon. I would have. Like I said, this is why I named it Get Back. I got to be honest, do 6. Oh, okay. Didn't want to do that. But I named it Get Back. Yesterday, like I said, I'm not going to pout about yesterday's draft. It was sick. It was sick. But I think that we could do better. And I thought about it all morning, and I said, you know what? We're running up one more. I can do better than when we did yesterday. I do feel good about this through 6 so far. All right, so Amari Cooper went, Mixon off the board, James Conner, David Montgomery off the board, Aaron Jones gone, JSN gone. Wow, that's a put your nuts on the table JSN pick there. So Ingram, Njoku, and Gott are all gone now. So tight end is now officially pretty much garbage. I missed that 503 Terry McLaurin pick. And the Pickens pick, to be honest with you. All right, that could have been bad at the turn, to be honest. There goes Stroud. Let's see. I think I missed Christian Kirk going. No, I didn't. Yeah, Team 3 is suffocating this room for receivers right now. I will give him his flowers, I suppose. You gonna land or crash this plane? We're gonna see. You guys are about to find out with me. I feel good about it though. Not until we're locked in. We're zen. We're stoic. We just remain even keeled. We sit in the pocket. I have a couple of ideas for what I'd like to do here. That is interesting. The 12 spot went Bowers over. I guess he felt he had Rashee Rice. He didn't need to go Worthy as well. It's like an unstacked Lamar Jackson. It's interesting. Damn. Damn, that stings. If Javonte made it back, I was going to take him. I'm yet to be able to get Javonte to come back. I'm yet to have that happen. I would have taken him there. There goes Rome. Good pick on Rome. All right, this is a good room, man. There goes Watson. And then Najee goes. Okay. If Najee was here, I'd take Najee, fellas, but I got nothing. We're going to take round 7 Keenan Allen, I think, fellas. Yeah. That's what we're doing. I know everyone wanted running back. There's a bunch there. We'll see what comes back. I can't stress enough that if Najee or Javonte came back, I would have taken one of them there. This is how I feel, all right? We took Worthy. I don't feel great about starting him right away. So I think Keenan Allen's a nice even-keeled pick there. I don't have much Keenan anyways. He's someone we can throw in the flex right away and feel good about. No, I mean, I was debating going Brian Thomas Jr. at that pick, but I decided against another rookie receiver because at a certain point, like, we have to flex these guys early. I think Xavier Worthy's a fine upside swing. There goes Zamir White. There goes Khalil Shakir. All right, so that locks us into two running backs I feel pretty good about. Comes down to Jaylen Warren or Raheem Mostert for me. What do you guys think on that? Could certainly go Brian Thomas Jr. as well. I will say that. I think you guys might give up on me if I do that, though. I think you guys might kill me for this, fellas. Man, this is tough, fellas. Going Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas Jr. I milked that to the last second, fellas. I did. Tough decision. Tough decision. Super tough decision. We'll see what gets back. This is pretty extreme. I will not sit here and lie. Simply what it comes down to with these drafts and with a 0 RB is folding to lesser running backs is almost never the play. We get wide receivers through the flex +2. We're going to be stacked through the flex the entire year. We have Keenan Allen in our flex spot. We get 2 upside picks in Xavier Worthy and Brian Thomas. We'll have bye weeks. Like I said, if Najee or Javonte made it back to round 7, I would have taken one. And I just couldn't do Mostert or Warren there. I couldn't. I gave them the opportunity, and this guy goes Cortland Sutton and Khalil Shakir. I gave them the opportunity to take Brian Thomas Jr. But the worst thing you can do in a 0 RB build is pussy out midway, take a running back when you don't need to. So here we are. We'll see how this goes. We've starved the rest of the room for wide receiver. Putting my money where my mouth is. Who else is out here doing this? I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. in the 8th round is ridiculous, man. Look, are we sweating? Sure. Sure, we're sweating a little bit. But that's the beauty of it. Don't get me wrong, is this uncomfortable? Sure. There goes Ladd. We can pretty much take running backs the rest of the way and be looking pretty damn good. There goes Hollywood Brown. All right, let's see how this goes. Can we land this plane? That is always the age-old question, fellas. Yeah, people do not like this draft. Hollywood Brown goes. Ladd McConkey goes. Nick Chubb goes. Brian Robinson, good pick. I have like 4 guys I'd really like. Let's see what we can do. If this one wins it, it will be stapled to my forehead anytime somebody says 0 RB sucks. See, Henry Muto has won 6 figures in fantasy football, and he's running 0 RB. He did take a running back in round 7, 8, and 9. I could have maybe folded and taken one in round 7 or 8, but I don't know. Keenan Allen and Brian Thomas are just too good. All right, we got 3 picks to go, fellas. There goes Kyler. All right, perfect. I have 3 guys I want. Was just simply praying that 3 straight didn't go off the board. There goes Spears. That was one of them I wanted. I think it's got to be Ford or Singletary. That's where I'm at. It goes Daniels. I'm doing Singletary, fellas. I know people might want Ford. We're going Singletary. Just something very steady for potentially the entire year. I do get the Ford love. I have Singletary ranked higher. Got to stick with my convictions here. And then Ford goes right after. That's fine. I know everybody wanted Chat, but like everybody wanted Ford, but like Ford and Singletary are similar bets, but one is probably going to be the starter the entire year. And then I have 2 guys I'd like here, to be honest. So Ford went. Does suck. I would have loved Corum. He went early. I have like 2 to 3 guys I'd like here. So this is what I'm looking at, fellas. We're looking at Rico Dowdle, Austin Eckler, or Chuba Hubbard. Those are my 3. Eckler, Dowdle, Chuba Hubbard. Those are my 3. This is another really tough decision. As much as it shouldn't be. I can't quit Dowdle, fellas. I can't. It's got to be Dowdle. Was a really tough decision again. We'll see what comes back. The receiver core is so mid. Suppose. Nice build. I appreciate it, man. People in the chat don't love this one that much. But we'll see. We'll see what comes back to us. I don't know. Eckler was interesting. I just have a hard time believing that Jaden Daniels will actually check down to him that much. It's tough. I mean, Dowdle is drawing live to be the lead back in a Dallas offense. The rest of these RB2s are just going to be me hammering them, or just not even RB2s, just RB plays. We're saying my wide receivers are bad? Garrett Wilson, Debo, Devontae Smith, Worthy, Keenan Allen, Brian Thomas. I feel like that's pretty sick. I feel like at that point you just don't, like, you just are maybe lower on Garrett Wilson. I don't know. In the spot, like the room put me in this spot. If somehow Brees or Bijan made it to 9, I take a running back. If Gibbs makes it back, I take Gibbs. So I don't know. I mean, the only teams out there are like that have a better receiver 1 than me are like Jefferson, Amon-Ra, Chase. I get this Chase team sort of fucks. I'll give him that. He went Najee Mostert here. You guys would be surprised though. I've been running 0 RBs for a while, and there is a certain like aspect to it of like, even if you take 4 receivers up top and maybe even another one, you have to have an elite flex option every week for it to work. We have an elite tight end, we have an elite quarterback. We're gonna have Keenan Allen in our flex right off the bat, and then upside for Worthy and Brian Thomas off the bench. I feel like that's about as well built as it could possibly be. If we don't go Brian Thomas here, then all we have is Worthy as our backup wide receiver, which is fine. But, over the course of a year, we're going to have bye weeks, injuries, and this sets us up in a way that we'll always have really good options in our flex. If you can't spot the sucker at the table. You guys are very funny. And then it's like, I don't know, man. Have you seen what the teams look like that win this contest? Have you ever drafted in this contest before? You would have gone Jacobs over Smith and then Javonte over Worthy. The issue is like double dipping like in the dead zone-ish area. It feels good. It feels safe, but then I'm sacrificing. Like I'm not getting a high-end RB1. I'm sacrificing my flex just for kind of mid-range running backs, like the RB what? So Javonte. I mean, Javonte didn't make it back. I love Javonte. Or you wanted Javonte in round 6. So then that's you're skipping out on an elite flex spot for running back 13, and this would have been running back 17. That's not good either, because then you're just splitting the difference. And historically speaking, the RB 13 to 24 by ADP usually is a bust, and not that much better than the other guys. You could have talked me into passing on Brian Thomas for Mostert or Warren, and I debated it super hard down to the last second. But if we take that, and then we're weak at flex during the season, it doesn't go well, and you're kind of in this range right now where, you know, Keon Coleman and Ladd McConkey aren't making it back to the 9th round like they were early on. So then things get tough. Like in this league, I mean, Wicks is going in the 10th. I'll be honest, Henry, the way that this team is built, there's a chance I get both. There's a chance I get both. We'll see. Probably not, but I'm open to it, is all I'm saying. So Eckler went, Sharps went, Dobbins went. So I'm looking at a couple of guys here. I also played to the extremes as well, man. I've been in rooms like me and Jacob drafted a team earlier this offseason where Najee Harris made it to us in the 9th round. I know you can't draft for that specific scenario, but I'm trying to build a super team to take down $1 million up top in this format. Sometimes you have to gamble. I was fine with Singletary coming back to us. It's not like there's a receiver I would have taken here. See, I don't know. I don't think Mahomes, like, I don't think you could justify passing on Mahomes on this team. Again, like, 0 RB, I need elite quarterback. I need elite tight end. So I don't think I'd move off of one of them. If anything was going to get moved off of, it could have been Mixon for Worthy, but we have Mahomes. So I think it made sense to go Worthy and just bet on this offense. And then the Brian Thomas one was tough. If Najee or Javonte came back, I would have done it. Damn, there goes Benson. Good pick. All right, we got 2 picks till we're up. This guy at Team 7 has simply just 3 wide receivers. There goes Isaiah Likely. Yeah, 604 Worthy with Mahomes and Kelsey. Holy smokes. It's pretty, like, if you're going to build a 0 RB team, we want it to be cracked out. We want it to have, you know, some pretty... Not hinging the bets on a massive Mahomes regressive season, even more so than last year. Mahomes isn't gonna have that bad of a year like he did last year. We're gonna go Chuba Hubbard here. We wanted him at the last turn. We get him in there. He can start right away. Now we have 3 decent options. People keep saying, "Oh, we're gonna have 2 points in the RB spot." Hubbard scoring early. Rico Dowdle could be the lead back on Dallas. Devin Singletary scoring early. So now we have our Week 1 lineup has Devin Singletary and Chuba Hubbard in it. No, Rome went earlier than you might have thought. See, I think the number 4 team is one of the worst teams in this league. If you're going to take 3 wide receivers up top or 3 running backs up top like this, I'm not taking Aaron Jones or Zach Moss or Eckler. He passes on a lot of good wide receivers for Aaron Jones here. There goes Jordan Mason. Good pick. I have a couple of guys I'm looking at here. No, I know. I will say this has kind of devolved into me arguing with chat, and I don't want it to be that. I do want this to be good vibes. This is a high-stakes team. At the end of the day, 1.6K I put down on this team. We should celebrate it, I guess, as cringy as that sounds. I don't know. I'll keep good vibes. It's not worth going to war and having to justify my picks, but I don't know. I feel good about how this team is looking right now. I have a couple of options I like here. Oh, you're kidding, man. You are kidding me. Holy shit, that sucks. All right, man. That sucks real bad. I was kind of keeping, I'll be honest, I got quiet there just hoping that McLaughlin would come back. I did not have a backup plan there. Oh, that sucks bad. All right. So now it comes down to like Tyler Algier. We could double up on the Zeke thing. No, I'm not going to go Zeke as well. I think that we're going to do here is just take Algier. I think that's kind of what it has to be. I mean, we have 3 guys that are more, not like massive upside handcuff type plays. We'll go Algier and see what comes back. I don't know. You could talk me into Zeke and Rico there, just to kind of have a monopoly on that backfield, but I don't think it's worth it. That does blow though. McLaughlin would have been really cool. Yeah, there's waivers. Man, McLaughlin would have been real cool there, man. You said you don't have the stones to take Keenan. I figured I don't have a Keenan Allen team yet, and my thoughts to myself was take Keenan Allen because Worthy's fun. We're gonna get a free look, but if he drops a 0, he's not going in our lineup week 1. And if we just like hammer, like let's say we go Brian Thomas, and it's like I don't know on a 0 RB team, I want my flex to be strong. I know Keenan Allen's gonna have a high projection in week 1. This team, this team. Look, a lot of the chat. I don't think if I put a poll up and I asked if this team fucks, that they would say this team fucks. But if you ask me, this team fucks. Let's see. The McLaughlin pick stung. I'll tell you that. We got lucky with our last 3 running back picks. We got Chuba to come all the way back. This one stung. I would have 12th round McLaughlin would have been really cool. It's all right though. Like I said, I think that we're pretty much done at wide receiver. Like I'm not even really looking at what receiver can even be. I don't know. Let's see what tight ends are hanging around. Conklin, Kmet. I don't know. I guess we could definitely take a backup tight end at some point because, only Kelsey's a little bit dicey. Wide receivers done. I mean, there's like a couple of rookie receivers that I probably won't really need to take, though. Yeah, it kind of just has to be one-track mind until running back just gets so gross that it's like, guys who aren't even on NFL rosters. Is this best ball? No, this is a managed team. So you're setting the lineup every week. There's no trades, but there are waivers. Braylon Allen, good pick. So Braylon Allen goes. Zeke went. Bucky Irving went. Let's see. In terms of like tight end ADP here, I will say I have no problem saying his name out loud because I don't really care. But Tyler Conklin has an 11th round ADP. Cole Kmet also has an 11th round ADP. Okay, and there goes Tyler Conklin, of course. But like I said, it'd probably be smart for me to take one or two backup tight ends. Just in this format, you do, you know, there's not going to be many tight end options on waivers. So it would be smart to kind of take a spot somewhere. This would be the turn to do it if another position sort of runs out here. You watching the USC LSU game? No, sir. How do waivers work? You get like a $1,000 budget blind bidding every week. Nah, Jalen Wright went to team 7. There goes Musgrave. Nah, Jalen Wright's gone, fellas, sadly. Yeah, today's video, I was concerned that today's video would suck since I sort of uploaded it and then streamed at the same time, and that could have fucked up the algorithm, but seems like it's doing just fine. Think so. So let's see. There's Khalil Herbert. 2 picks until we're up, fellas. Here we go. Damn it. God damn, dude. This fucking guy at the 7 spot, dude. It's like the shittiest 0 RB team ever. He doesn't take a running back till Rachaad White here, and just like, god damn, dude. Kamani Vidal would have been sick. And Antonio Gibson goes. Alrighty. Alrighty. Fuck me, I guess. So I think what this has to be for me here personally, probably has to be Marshawn Lloyd. I don't love Marshawn Lloyd myself. Oh, and he's already gone. All right, I'm an idiot for that. We're actually just going to go with Tank Bigsby. I'm looking at the available running backs. Yeah, let's go Tank Bigsby. I think he makes sense here. Just another handcuff. I was literally staring down Kamani Vidal and Antonio Gibson. So that sucks. My bad. We'll see what comes back here. Man, that Jaleel McLaughlin, that one stung. Jaleel McLaughlin stung. Kamani Vidal right there stung too. Some of these teams are so cracked out, it's insane, man. I don't know. We'll see how number 7 does, but like this is to me how I wouldn't do a 0 RB. You know, like you don't take a running back through 4 rounds, then you say, oh shit, I need one. Take Mixon. But then like hammering this many, and now like your flex sucks. You've handcuffed likely to Andrews. I don't know. Playing wide receiver very thin there. Yeah, the Vidal one really sucked. I was praying he made it back. I don't even know what I'd call it. I don't know. I gotta be careful because some of these guys might be watching, and I don't want to ruffle any feathers. See, is anybody saying some shit in the league chat? No, thank God. Getting chirped in the league chat is maybe the most embarrassing thing that can happen. So I have one guy I really like here, I'll be honest. I'll just put it out there. If he takes him, I might throw a hissy fit, but I will not. For the good of everybody. Nah, Sally Mason's gone. I'm due for a good hissy fit. I'm due for one. I came into the stream at like minus 200 to throw a hissy fit. He goes Janu. All right. This is gonna. I mean, it's not something like I just wanted Audric Estime. On 0 RB teams, I really think you can't go wrong. Can you please get on the board? I took him. All right, there he goes. So I think when you make a 0 RB team, you really can't go wrong taking a Broncos running back in any capacity. You know, you could have like A.D. Mitchell in the 14th round is pretty ridiculous value. Same with even like Leggett is good and stuff, but I just think with this team, until running back gets so dry that it's like, you know, I'm looking at RB3s and stuff. I mean, I guess that's what I'm doing with Estime, but I'm trying to think of like, you know, once I'm debating like Cam Akers and Alexander Mattison, then I'll pivot away. But for now, it just has to be hammered. What question I get here? What's the best 20 you've banked? It was on the NFC. I got 5th overall. I turned $350 into $10,000. That's the best I've gotten. And I've only been playing high stakes for like two years. This is like my 3rd year, like doing it seriously. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping for something cool this year. Whiffed on a lot of Kyren last year. I can't say we had our fair share of, you know, pushing at the running back position. And I've just never been lucky enough to. Last year I wasn't lucky enough to get you know, Kyren on any of these 0 RB teams, which really sucked. I think I got maybe like 1 or 2 off of waivers, but you'd be surprised. He was drafted in a lot of these. Also, is this too zoomed out for you guys to like be able to see? I'm trying to get the whole board. I guess I'll just shrink my head down. I think that's what we'll do. I think I only have like, yeah, I only have one other running back that I would see as like somebody that I would take over a fun tight end or something here, because like I still have to sort of see through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 of them are not going to be here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we have 4 picks left. Probably 1 or 2 needs to be tight end. Probably 1 or 2 needs to be running back. I don't know. If we get an absurd price on Leggett or McMillan, I'll certainly think about it. Outside of that, though, I don't know. We're kind of free to do whatever we want now. Should tap in during the season, give team updates. Yeah, people just don't. I don't know. People just don't really care. But maybe I will. Did I answer this yet? My bad on sleeping on super chats here, fellas. How do you think I did in my draft? I think I read this one, no? Full BBR, Kyler, Pacheco, Brees, Evans, Higgins, Schultz, Neighbors, and 49ers defense. So it's Pacheco and Brees at running back, Evans, Higgins, Schultz, Neighbors in the flex, Azir Moss, Amir White. Yeah, with Dunze off the bench, Sutton off the bench. Yeah, I mean, you crushed that. I will say Mahomes bye week is early enough for me to definitely debate quarterback. Is there anything here that I even like? Not really, to be honest with you. Actually, to be honest, yeah. I have a couple of options that I'm open to here. I honestly wish I had the draft board set up in a way so you guys can't see my queue. But on this... Oh boy. This can't, I mean, this just can't be the way. Actually, I think this plays. Now, if I switched, no, it doesn't do anything. All right, never mind. This is dumb. My bad, fellas. We had something good going here for a second. I don't know why it's showing my yeah, this is pretty dumb by me. I'll just be straight up with you guys, fellas. All right, that's fine. All right, super chat from Joe. Damn, Will Shipley goes okay. That was like the last running back that I was even really debating. Running back after that is pretty much dead. Ben Sinaco's, which is kind of brutal. Let's see. So Mahomes has a pretty early bye week. I got a couple ideas here. All right, so in terms of the super chat, you got 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. Jamar, Achane, Nico, DJ Moore, McBride, Reed, Godwin, JSN, Jordan Love. So Jamar Chase, Nico, DJ Moore, Jaden Reed in the flex, Chris Godwin off the bench, JSN off the bench. Your RB1 is Achane. Your RB2 is Jaleel, Vidal, Bucky, Tracy Algier. Getting really thin at RB2. I guess the only nitpick would just be, like, instead of JSN, an RB2, but I do the same thing. Like, you're going to have a stacked wide receiver room, a stacked flex. You can always just trade if you need to. I said that's a pretty solid, like, that's a very extreme hero RB build, but I think in that format you can definitely get away with it. And then prayers up that Ford slips to you. Browns are real. I appreciate that. There goes Noah Fant. Man, there's a couple of options here that are tough to sort of figure out. He goes Roshan, huh? I got to be honest, fellas. I don't even like Cole Kmet, but Cole Kmet, ADP over the last 2 days, or no, the last day or two, he's gone in the 11th round. And when I was looking at him in the 15th round, he's a different bye week than Kelsey. We can just play him during Kelsey's bye week. The rest of tight end looks pretty garbage. Yeah, I mean, just give me backup Kmet. I'm fine with that. In a tight end premium, in a 20-round format, we were cutting it close in terms of finding a tight end in round, or through 5 weeks off of waivers that we would have been excited about starting. So we'll take that for sure. This is FFPC. What's everybody laughing at in here? I took Jamar at 6 in my big league and I'm starting to stress. No, you're all good, Bobby. CD or Brees at 102 and a 10-team start, 3 wide receivers. Probably for me, I would go CD Lamb. No, I just went Kmet as our backup tight end. Like I said, I mean, in this format, Kmet in the 15th is kind of ridiculous. And I don't even really like Kmet. Now, I will say, fellas, I think what we're also going to do on this stream here, I'm just going to sign in, so don't kill me. Oh, jeez. Hit my elbow on the table. This is what we're going to do. We got some time to kill. It's Sunday. It's the last Sunday until NFL football. Kind of just to cap off our summer of streaming, summer of high-stakes drafting. Because I think after Sunday, I don't know if you guys are going to really care about my drafts anymore. Because I don't know. Everyone will have already drafted. And we're going to take Aaron Rodgers as our backup. Take Aaron Rodgers. He's stacked to Garrett Wilson. We know that he should be on the field in Week 6 when Mahomes has a bye week. I'm fine with that. It's not the biggest upside swing in the world, but I like that it's stacked to Garrett Wilson. You know, if there's ever like a spot where Mahomes can't go, we at least have Rodgers and his wide receiver 1 there. But this is what we're going to do. We have some extra change, as you guys can see, in the top right of our underdog balance here. We max BBM. We have nothing else really to do. So I've really wanted to get into a big dog or two. I don't know how long this is going to take to fill, so I figured we'd try and get into one now. See what happens. Waiting for 2 more. All right, so this should actually work perfectly. This should actually work really well. Let's go draft board. I have my eye on when that's going to fill. Leave a like, dude. We're doing a $500 best ball draft on top of this 1.6K high stakes league. Look, we only got a week until football truly kicks off next Sunday. Of course, you have Thursday, like the true kickoff. We're getting it in. Look, we got some extra money in the, between the couch cushions in these accounts. Might as well use it, Is it September 1st? And things are starting to pay through for the hard work we put in August? Potentially. But I reinvest it all back into you guys, man. We're doing these streams. We're doing high-stakes teams. We're having fun. Big Dog is a $500 league on Underdog. And I will say as well, if you want access to the rankings, I haven't really been putting the ticker underneath. I also haven't even pinned it in the chat, but my rankings are over on Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. If you want access to them, I draft off of them in every single draft. Boom. On top of that, I'll have waiver wire articles every single Monday, because you guys know in these high-stakes leagues, I'm literally doing it myself in terms of setting waivers, putting bids out. So all of my bids and stuff, they'll be available there. My weekly rankings, all of that, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. All right, draft is starting. Oh, and we got the 5 spot. All right, so this should be really fun. We got the 5 spot. Kind of going to have to juggle back and forth on this, but, we're just going to be taking kickers and defense in a second here. Going to have some running back decisions as well. Leggett went, so we're not taking any rookie receivers. Mario Douglas, yeah, I'm not taking any. It's just going to be a couple upside swings at running back, I think. And that's all we're going to do. All right, so it's going to be a little bit hectic until we officially stop this draft here, but those big dogs can sometimes take 20 minutes to fill, fellas, so I didn't want to wait and then, have to sit here and kill 20 minutes of time. I'd rather have some overlap than none at all. Yeah, this is probably one of the most extreme 0 RB builds I've ever gone with. Damn, if Emmanuel Wilson came back, I wanted him. So Carson Steele's gone as well. Man, in terms of backup running backs, who do we even like here, man? Justice Hill went. Madison's gone. Man, there is nothing. All right, we're on the clock. Looking at Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Breece Hall went 101, huh? You know what, dude? I kind of want to put our nuts on the table with a Bijan pick here. I'm actually just going to go Jefferson. It's Justin Jefferson. It's a best ball. I won't have to really worry about what's going on there. I just know that the running backs that come back will like later. In that format, I decided Jefferson. Could have talked me into Bijan. I think it was close. All right, let's see. We're going to be 14 picks away now. Man, do any of these running backs stand out to anybody? I would say for me personally, I got nothing, dude. No, this is gross. This is gross, but give me Jamal Williams, dude. Jamal Williams. Kendre Miller's out. He's the only back behind Kamara. Kamara's not going to handle 20 carries. I want Bijan on a managed team. That's what it comes down to with Bijan. I want him in managed. I'm not crazy about him in an underdog room. People are going to want to go pretty heavy wide receiver. Who else is in here? Trying to think of our take-a-peek players. We got Chiefs, Packers. Let's think. I'm going to go Gainwell just in case he's the 2. He could score in week 1. I'm fine with it. First, you've heard of Sione Vaki. Geez, I thought we got auto-picked. We were close to. All right, let's see. See what the Bears does. All right, I wanted Gibbs pretty bad there. So I'd say I'm pumped. All right, so here's the team. It is Garrett Wilson, Travis Kelce, Deebo Samuel, Devontae Smith, Patrick Mahomes, Xavier Worthy, Keenan Allen, Brian Thomas, and then a bunch of running backs. We go Singletary, Dowdle, Hubbard, Tyler Algier, Tank Bigsby, Audric Estime, Cole Kmet, Aaron Rodgers, Jamal Williams, Kenneth Gainwell. Yeah, as Tom is saying, it's annoying me. Homely group chat is popping off. I'm, of course, the commissioner. Brought up the question today of how much should the buy-in be. It was $50 last year. Would we be okay increasing that? I am 23. We are getting older. People are making more money. And people are upset that I did not give them a bigger notice than a few days before the draft of if we were going to change it. All right, we're going to come back here, 3 picks away. We're going to go DJ Moore here. No, literally. All right. So I'm saying there's a lot of getting your funny up right now. All right. Let's show the draft board here. This is a $500 underdog draft. I'm going to take this to a draft room on another tab here and figure that out later. I guess I'll just change this to $500 big dog. No, straight up, Tom. Like if Klein is gonna throw a hissy fit, I'll literally hit up Rami. I do not care. I genuinely don't care. It's literally $25, and I opened it up to the rest of the group chat. I said, if this is too much for anybody, let me know, and we won't do it because I don't want to price anybody out of the league. It's also crazy because he knows I'm streaming right now, and to throw a hissy fit in the chat, knowing I'm streaming right now, is crazy. Whatever. Just very annoying. He literally knows I'm doing shit right now. And Kleiner already owes me money that I've been very nice about. We went down the shore right before summer started, right before August started, and I covered the whole thing. He had just started up a new job. I told him, hey, get me back later. I've been very cool about that. It's all good. That's 100% true. If you can't afford a $25 increase, like, I don't know, he's mad that I didn't give more of a, you know, heads up that our draft is on Wednesday, and for me to hit up the chat today saying, like, pretty much all I said was, hey, it's $50 right now. I'd like to move it up because we're all getting, I don't want this to be, you know, we're all moving up in the world. I'm 23. All my friends are 23. I'm trying to get to a spot where, you know, I don't want it to be such a low stakes buy-in that nobody cares about the league, you know? But I also know there's some of us that are paying off student debt and are struggling, and I don't want to price them out of the league. So I said that out, you know, I said that. If anybody truly can't make up the difference, then fine, we'll chill. But that's all. Whatever. I am curious. I don't know how this league works. It's 2 of 12, 1 of 6, 1 of 6, and then a 10-seat final. Okay, so Week 17 correlation really does not matter in this. Yeah, Week 17 correlation does not matter a ton. We'll see who gets back. Dang. Mahomes goes. Looking at Kelsey, McBride. I'm not taking any of these receivers, I don't think. I think we'll go McBride here. I've been wanting to take more McBride. I haven't. Then we got people in Super Chat giving out money for Kleiner. $20 for Kleiner. I don't know. At the end of the day, you guys see, like, I'm drafting $2,000 teams. If it's $50 or $75, I don't care. I just want it to be enough for everyone to care. That's all it comes down to. Super chat here. You said full BBR second pick. CD. I feel like I already saw this. No? CD, Nico Cook, Najee McBride, Kupp, Rashi, Caleb Rome, Mostert, JMO. I mean, the fact that you have Mostert, James Cook, and Najee as your running back, that's fine to me. CD, Nico, McBride, Kupp, Rashi. I think that's a pretty good team. I don't know how many flex spots, etc., but all right, we started a little bit of a run on tight end there. Like, truly, from a morality standpoint, fellas, because now he has me questioning stuff. Like, should I genuinely feel bad that I didn't... Like, should I have given more notice that I was looking at, you know... upping the buy-in? To me, it didn't feel like it was a big deal. To me, it was like, you know, do you guys want to bump it up $25? What are the thoughts? And if that's too much for anybody to the point where they'd have to leave the league, then we won't do it. That's literally what I said today. No, this has been my hissy fit. This 100% has been my hissy fit, and it does count as so. What's it going to be, Russ, man? Damn it, I wanted George Pickens. All right, so Pickens goes. We're going to go Jaden Reed here. I really wish we could have gone Pickens, but we'll go Reed. I think in best ball, he's fine. he's mad about the principle of it. He thinks that it's crazy that I didn't say something earlier than today. That's what he's mad about. I personally think that who gives a shit? It is $25. I only didn't bring it up because obviously I have been busy all August. And the last thing on my head, as I'm trying to build videos for you guys every single day and stream, the last thing on my head is, should I give these guys ample amount of time to know if I'm going to increase the buy-in by $25? And I literally said, if it's too much, just let me know. And we won't do it. Because I don't want to price anybody out of the league. I just want everybody to be together, and I want it to be an amount that matters, I suppose. I don't know. Whatever. I think I'm going to upload my rankings real quick as well. I will say we got auto drafted our last two picks there, but we got McPherson and we got Saints defense. I think both are actually viable for week 1, so I am absolutely fine there. I was under that impression too. It's like we bump it every year because again, we're all, we graduated high school 2019. I'm 23. Everyone's making more money. People are out of college. People are getting jobs. I don't think it's that crazy to increase the buy-in by a little bit every year, but all right. I'm done caring. We're fine. We're back in the mix. This is a $500 big dog draft. We started Justin Jefferson, Jahmyr Gibbs, DJ Moore, Jaden Reed off the rip. Really wanted Pickens to come back. Knowing what I know now, maybe I take Pickens and I get Kincaid here instead, but it is what it is. See, so pick 68. Kamara goes. Might seem crazy, but in a best ball, I'm going to go Christian Watson, I think. I'm fine with that. Unacceptable to increase the buy-in so dramatically. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like he just wanted more notice. Like he's just making a hissy fit over the principle more than it being $25, and I don't know. Increasing by $25 3 days before doesn't seem crazy. All right. Who'll have the bigger season, you think, Watson or Reed? I'm hoping they both do pretty well. I literally said that. I said that off rip. I said in the chat, I said, look, what are the thoughts on buy-in? I'd like to increase it. If it's too much to go up to $75, let me know. And if it would cause you to leave the league, then we won't do it. You said missed the FFPC draft, but just saw the team and you absolutely cooked that team is nasty. Thank you, man. People did not like it as we drafted it. Really tough decisions at the Brian Thomas Jr. decision was tough. We could have gone Mixon over. No, it was Mixon over Worthy. It was Jalen Warren or it was Raheem Mostert over Brian Thomas. We're going to go Ladd McConkey here. All right. So we took 2 detours away from, we took 2 detours away from wide receiver. We have wide receivers through the flex +1. Wide receivers are going to fall off pretty much by the time we get back here on the other side of this pick. Would I go Vidal or Lloyd? I'd go Vidal. I don't know. Lloyd's going to be injured to start. What else is in here? No, it's literally insane, dude. Again, he's literally like, yeah, I'll pay you $75, but the fact that you asked about an increase 3 days before is bullshit. You got Caleb. Should I drop Trevor Lawrence and grab a guy like Jalen Wright? No, I'd probably keep a second quarterback stashed. I think Caleb is right below the line. Damn, this guy took Kyler so damn early, man. It's because he had Marv? Okay, fine. Whatever. I think it's bad to have Puka and Cup. I don't know. If I got Puka in the second and then Cup in the fourth, I'd be fine with it. All right, let's go Jordan Love. I'm liking where we're at. We have an elite tight end. We have receivers where we need them. It's a hero RB build. Damn, I wanted Javonte bad. You know, give me Brian Robinson. I think that he's just nice, steady points here at RB2. Yeah, 9th round RB2. A little bit different here for what you guys are used to watching. You have 2 drafts at the same time? See if they want to bump it to 500. It's funny because like 75 doesn't even really do much for me, but I don't know, man. It's whatever. I'm done looking at it. When is Basement Invitational? That'll be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I will say at the end of this draft, I'll probably, I don't know, I was debating doing 2 of these big dogs. Yeah, we're probably going to have to do a second one after this, to be honest. All right, let's see. We're going to have to do another. This isn't going to fill very soon. But I think actually kind of opens us up that it's not going to fill too fast to the point where I feel pressure to get in. Don't need a receiver. Man, it's a bummer that none of these quarterbacks that are available are like Jaden Daniels. Or no, not Jaden Daniels, but I would love Caleb. Yeah, none of these quarterbacks do anything for us, sadly. It's got to be Rico. All of our high stakes stuff is wrapped up in Rico. It is what it is. Do I like Godwin week 1? I gotta be honest, I have not looked at week 1. I think tomorrow I'm actually going to flip the page and start looking at like schedules. Week 1 schedule in the NFL. I obviously know the Thursday and Friday night games. I know all the prime time. People are getting their guys. Jalen Polk goes there. This is probably going to be Trey Benson. Yeah, give me Trey Benson. I'm fine with that. We have like some Carolina correlation. Again, correlation doesn't matter a ton in these because it's such a small field. But if James Conner was to go down, they'd pass the ball more. And we'd be cooking with some heat. I do got to keep an eye on this thing filling. It's at 95.3%. All right, we should be good. No, literally, it's insane, bro. Yeah, Mike Will as a Jets fan is just pretty brutal. I just don't know. I know some people are very into him as like a jump ball guy, potentially touchdowns with Aaron Rodgers, but for me, it's tough to see. Off the ACL, could just completely have his athleticism zapped. I don't know. Gallup gives me a lot of pause. Gallup was a very good receiver. Tears his ACL. Never the same guy. I'm a little bit hesitant to think that we'll have the same guy in Mike Williams. First year back from ACL tear. I also think, they paid Allen Lazard a lot of money, man. I know that that's like a crazy thing to say out loud. Rather stash Estime or McMillan. Probably McMillan, unless if your wide receivers are stacked. Oh, this could be bad. I think I'm going to get my heart ripped out here, fellas. I do. Please don't do it. Wow, and he didn't. All right, we're going to sprint to take Justin Herbert here. Was praying for Herbert to come back. All right, so now we're set at quarterback. If you guys want to know how this has gone, we've gone Jefferson, Gibbs, DJ Moore, Trey McBride, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Ladd McConkey, Jordan Love, Brian Robinson, Rico Dowdle, Trey Benson, Justin Herbert. So it's like a pretty classic 2-5-9-2, but I'm fine with it. I feel like Mike Will is going to be a boomer bust play. Maybe better for best ball. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think especially in redraft manage, he's going to be tough to know when to start. I could see the appeal in best ball. I just don't love it. I suppose, 11th round is like probably fine. I'd just rather the upside of the rookies, to be honest. Like A.D. Mitchell, Jalen Polk. I'd rather take swings on those guys. How did Gibson get back to you? I'm not sure. I was holding my breath the entire time, to be honest. I really went Jefferson because I wanted to get Achane to come back. And when he didn't, I was like, all right, we're going to go 0 RB again. But no. No, probably done at quarterback. I think Love and Herbert is probably enough. I think so. Oh. Was not trying to do that. Jewish McCaffrey selling. He's in these streets. Yeah, I mean, 3 straight quarterbacks like that. I mean, I don't know that I would personally do it. I kind of understand it. We're going to go Xavier Legette here. Need to kind of start getting some wide receiver upside plays. All right, we got a super chat. Just finished my home league. Yahoo gave me a D-. I will say, I get the question all the time. Do I care whatever site I'm drafting on, what grade they give me? Not at all, fellas. Dak, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Ayuk, London. Gibbs, Walker, Ingram. Let me know how many receivers in flex spots you got. Dak, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Ayuk, London, Gibbs, Walker, Ingram. I mean, it sounds good. It's just... You have 100% Tank Bigsby? One flex spot. 2 wide receiver, 1 flex? Two wide receiver, 1 flex. Amon-Ra, Ayuk, London. I like that. What do you got off the bench? Dak, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Ayuk, London, Gibbs, Walker, Ingram. Yeah, 100%. If you get a bad grade, it truly means nothing. Did I miss any super chats here? I don't think so, no. you reckon Love could be QB1 at the end of the season? He has so many weapons. I think QB1 overall is going to be tough without some really big rushing upside. But maybe. He does have so many weapons that it could just be like MVP season, 40 passing touchdowns, something like that. Hoping for one guy here, fellas. Damn. I was hoping for McMillan, man. Hate to see that. All right, so that's probably our last running back here, to be honest. So we're done at quarterback. McMillan stings. Ever so slightly. Unranked as in Deshaun Watson. Tommy, so you had a little late round blunder. You accidentally selected Darnell Mooney over guys like Demario Douglas, Curtis Samuel, Jalen Polk, and Palmer. The only one I would feel bad about is probably Jalen Polk. I don't know. It's a little rough. It's a little rough. I don't really like Mooney at all. I don't know what scenario would have to happen for me to play him. All right, and we got Musgrave to come back to us as well. We got a pretty crazy value on Musgrave, so we stack him up to our guy Jordan Love here. And now we just have 3 picks to land this plane. I think that this team actually is kind of sick. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We started Justin Jefferson, Jahmyr Gibbs, DJ Moore, Trey McBride, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Ladd McConkey, Jordan Love, Brian Robinson, Rico Dowdle, Trey Benson, Justin Herbert, Xavier Legette, Bucky Irving, Luke Musgrave. So now we just need, I think we just need the rest of this to be receivers, which is like a little bit rough. Now is the time to question, like, how much do we care about the stacking? How much do we care about Week 17 in this format? We probably don't. We care a little bit about Week 17, I think. I mean, if $200,000 at first place, we do have to get to the 10-seat final. It's like a 10-seat final. I don't know how much correlation you really need there. We kind of just need to hit the nuts regardless. But we do need to end this draft with 3 straight wide receivers, I think. You could talk me into one more running back. You could. What do you guys think? 2682, 2592. The receivers we're looking at are like, I don't know, dude. It's brutal. That's all I can really say is it's brutal. I mean, Quentin Johnston stacks. Huh. Are we really going to take Quentin Johnston on this team, man? I'm not taking Quentin Johnston. I can't do it. We're taking Luke McCaffrey. Actually, I'm going to take Tank Bigsby, man. I think we could afford one more running back, and we'll just go two last-ditch receivers on this team. That's what I've decided. Yoshi unranked? I'm not a big Yoshi guy. All right, so these last 2 picks, we can sort of have them correlated if we'd like to. Jeez. I guess I'll go Malachi Corley. People do like Whittington. I do just think Corley's going to be out there on the field early. Rookie with upside. Is the extreme QJ fading from the fantasy football community an overreaction to Treylon Burks? I suppose. I don't know. It seems like he's pretty dead, man. He's not even out there in like preseason with the starters. He's like literally not even a lock to be out there in 3 wide receiver sets, man. I just wanted to say thanks for all the YouTube videos and content you release for fantasy. For a guy who's never watched football, you helped a lot, and I got a sick team. I appreciate that. People want Whittington. I have 2 guys I want. Damn it, there goes Whittington. Do we think Jamar is signing before the season starts? I hope so. I think he gets one done like last minute. I think like very last second he gets one done. Like potentially like literally Saturday night. Damn, and Naylor goes too? You know who this might have to be, fellas? In a best ball. It might feel like too much correlation, but wow, this guy just went Ricky Pearsall. This is what we're going with, fellas. No, I'm just very annoyed at the home league fiasco. It sucks. The thing that I'm most annoyed about is knowing that I'm streaming. I make it very clear that I'm streaming, and then to constantly harass me in a group chat and blow up my phone while I'm trying to entertain an audience here. It sucks. It sucks. I want to do another draft, but like I'd be like this comment sucks. You seem pretty somber tonight. Like I agree. I wanted this to be a sick stream like they always are. I'll be honest, like I am just a little bit worked up, annoyed over fucking $25. It's just a principle for me. To blow up my phone over $25 when I'm trying to stream. I said, yo, I'm streaming, just chill. Can we wait till after? Very annoyed. And the guy who's being annoying in the chat watches these streams all the time. The fact that he can't understand that me not being 100%, involved in this stream is a big deal is annoying. I don't know. I feel bad. I'd like to. The plan here was to do a third draft. We've been going for 2.5 hours. I'm annoyed. It sucks. It sucks. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a third one. Just give me 5 to 10 minutes to chill out. All right. All right. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to get up. I'm going to go grab a beverage. I'm going to come back. I'm going to turn off my phone. And then we're going to lock in on a $500 big dog. It is the last Sunday until kickoff. We've been streaming every fucking night. It's time to lock in. All right. I'll be right back. All right. We're back in. I have left my phone in the garage. It's unfair to you guys to be on my phone as much as I was during that draft, trying to put out fires in a group chat over $25. All right. We're hopping into one. I do not care. Like I said, I left my phone in there again. I do feel bad. Checking my phone while I'm streaming is something I never do. Just people were talking crazy on my name. I was sticking up for myself. Very annoying to deal with. Again, these are a group of 11 guys that on a day like today, Sunday before kickoff, when I have a million things going on, barely get a video up today, I'm running around asking, hey man, is a $25 increase all right with you? And then before I go live, while I'm live, I have that happen. Just very annoying. Wish we could see the bigger picture. It's not like I took these guys out to an Airbnb down the shore, filmed the draft last year, treated these guys to everything. They didn't spend a dime. And then while I'm streaming, they know I'm streaming. They know half of them are just out there trolling, just trying to get a reaction out of me, knowing I'm streaming, knowing that they're throwing everything off. Just annoying to, to not know how much this means to me, But it's all good. No, I know. And it's not even the $25 for me. It's just spamming the chat, saying shit about me, saying, because look, I have a billion things going on in August. I don't have time to meticulously decide what we're doing in terms of a fucking $50 league. And if that bothers you that I'm busy and I don't have the time to be all over this league, then I simply do not care, man. Simply do not care. If you guys want to know the entire story of it, all that happened was I hit up the chat today because I'm like, you know what, this is our home league's coming up here. I should probably get this figured out. I said, is everybody cool with the buy-in right now? Should we increase it? If people are going to get priced out of the league, then just let me know and we won't increase it. So I opened that up to the floor. Everybody was on board. One person didn't want to, but just simply didn't want to increase it. It wasn't a matter of him not being able to pay. So I was like, okay, well, we'll do a vote. I shouldn't have opened it up to the floor because I did apologize and say, hey, inviting people to go and say, hey, this is too much for me in front of everybody is humiliating. So then I reached out to everybody individually, again, over a home league draft. And then they blow up the chat. It's all good, though. We're waiting, by the way, this is a $500 big dog draft. We're waiting for 2 more. All right. I'm locking in. Like I said, I left my phone in the other room. I will not be checking my phone. We have 2 more people that we're waiting on here. Let's see. All right, so we got a super chat. I do agree, but now I feel bad. You're like, here's your league mates' fees. I appreciate it. It's just I don't know. Like I said, it's just not even enough money for me to care or for and he even said it himself. He has no problem paying it. It was the principle of it that he was throwing a hissy fit over. Like I said, if it's the principle that annoys you, if you could just wait until I'm done streaming, that would be sick. That's all. That's all I asked. Just some common decency. But it's all good. All right. Waiting for 2 more people, so we actually have plenty of time to kill here. It is a bummer that I have left my phone behind because I was planning on DoorDashing something for me to eat when I'm done. Yeah, we're just going to lock in. I don't care. If anything, I just felt the most bad about not being completely here. Felt bad about checking my phone while I should have been streaming, engaging with you guys, whatever. And that's why, honestly, the viewers kind of fell down, if I'm being honest. We got the 109, second 109 today. Not stoked about the 109, I'll be honest with everybody. It's about as good as Sleeper's web app. All right. Here we go. From the 9 spot, what do we got? No, if the board falls 0 RB, I'll be fine with it. So 10-man PPR, yeah. Feel free to ask me questions. Tell me what your team looks like. Tell me what your team looks like in your home league. What do you need? What do you need, man? I got plenty of time. And we're sipping on a White Claw. I do not care. Let's land the plane. I really do have to invest in a pilot, or no, like a Captain Phillips hat. I don't know. I don't know what I was reaching for there. What'd you call that? Like a captain's hat? You clear your throat again. You're drafting Tuesday? Hell yeah. Supposed to be drafting Wednesday. We'll see. Was debating streaming the home league draft. We shall see about that. Shall see if it even happens in general, to be honest with you guys, but it's your most ideal first 2 picks at 112. Yeah, the 112 blows. I think in a perfect world, I take 1 or 2 of the AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, Puka range, and then I take Jahmyr Gibbs or Jonathan Taylor. Any of those 5, I probably feel pretty good. What flavor? I mean, dude, I just drink whatever of these. And honestly, I rarely drink. Like I said it yesterday, my mom just dropped these off. I don't even really consume alcohol. But we're streaming. We're running into like hour 3 here. Just need to chill out and vibe with the fellas. Views already climbing back up as we're streaming an actual draft. Man, I would love to keep Zed good vibes, but god damn it. All right, we're going AJ Brown. The 9 spot is a pretty brutal spot to get in this. Pretty brutal spot. We run out of the elite options in McCaffrey, Lamb, Tyreek, Chase, Jefferson, Brees. That's the top 8. All right. Hate to see that. But yeah, the flavor is black cherry. What round is Piran going? I'm not sure. What are your honest thoughts about the Jets? I got to be honest, it's very much loser mentality from me. But like after what happened last year, I would kind of be happy with just give me more than 4 snaps with Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers plays a full 17-game season, anything else that happens after that is kind of just gravy to me. But what are you thinking the record will be? I think reasonable expectation is like wild card 10-7, but I do know that they're the favorite to win the division. They're supposed to be a really good team. I do think that the coaching blows. Like Hackett is not great. And then neither is Saleh. Saleh consistently does dumb things. All right, we're going to go Achane here. Achane for $500. You guys know we are an Achane program here. But yeah, I'm just hoping. Just give me like last year. I didn't even go out to a game because I'm not paying for MetLife tickets. One of the shittiest stadiums in the world, by the way. I'm not paying for MetLife tickets to then watch Zach Wilson or Tim Boyle or Trevor Siemian was even in the mix last year. I just simply can't do it. Bijan in London, an okay start. I wouldn't love it. In that scenario, I'd probably break the tie elsewhere. But just given the fact that it's a home league, it's like... The funny part is that really the biggest reason not to take London and Bijan is really just because in a tournament setting and like high stakes, you're not going to have like an optimal... they're going to sort of vulture touchdowns from each other. In a home league, you can get away with it, but definitely, like, if I had, Nico, Marv, etc. on the board, I'd probably just break the tie to one of them. Just got the 112. Pouring one out for you, man. You have one dynasty spot in your hybrid league. Who is best long-term, Brian Thomas Jr., Wicks, or McMillan? Probably Brian Thomas Jr. for me. I'm actually a very big fan of his game. Yeah, Achane's a fun pick. It's not crazy. You could have talked me into Nico there, but I think they will like that. Four under center, then his Achilles. No, Rodgers is the OC, but it's just like, I don't know, the timeout stuff with Saleh is going to be dumb. Hackett's still calling the initial play, I think. I don't know. What's your surprise offense this year, like the Texans last year? I do like the Tennessee call. I think Tennessee's fun. I think the Jaguars. I think the Seahawks. And then like really deep one is probably the Panthers. I think those are my picks. Pacheco over HN? Nah. Not picking Pacheco at 204? Yeah, me neither. Yeah, the World Cup final's gonna be at MetLife, and MetLife blows. Like I said, dude, it's literally just a parking garage. Like for it compared to, what they've built in Vegas and what they've built in Los Angeles, what they have in Minnesota. It is garbage, bro. It's literally a parking garage with turf that claims people's Achilles and ACL in the middle of it. It sucks. You actually said you liked it. You came from Australia. You were at the game where the cat ran onto the field, huh? It is really tough to get in, like in and out in terms of like city and transportation. How expensive are the tickets? Seahawks tickets are generally around $200 for nosebleeds. Probably very similar. I don't know. It depends. It depends on if we have Aaron Rodgers or not. That's kind of what it comes down to. But with Rodgers, probably $200 for nosebleeds as well. At least early season. How does RS like Burden versus McMillan versus Hunter? I'm personally team Tetaroa McMillan at wide receiver 1. I just think that he wins in a more translatable way than Burden, where Burden has some like low ADOT usage gadget type of issues. Of course, he can be, he gets Debo comps all the time, but I think McMillan is just like a very, easy transition. And then Hunter, obviously, his biggest holdup is just his position, but he would still be wide receiver 3, even if he. It's tough with Hunter because if he declared, all right, I'm going to play wide, or yeah, if he said straight up, I'm going to play wide receiver, then he would still go top 10 in the NFL draft. That draft capital would be meaningful. Burden's no lock for that. We're going to go Tank Dell over Diggs. You could have talked me into Diggs over Dell. I have Diggs over Dell in managed, but I think in best ball I would prefer Diggs. Chase or Jefferson? I actually moved Jefferson ahead of Chase in my rankings recently. It's just not worth taking on the risk. I would still take him at the 108 personally, but taking him over St. Brown or Jefferson I don't think is smart. Guy in this draft went Bijan London? Yeah. Chicago's a good one too. People do seem to be sleeping on them. This is an interesting spot here. There goes T. Wow. This could be fucked up. I will be honest, when I took that break before I started this draft, I really should have debated taking a piss. There goes Pittman. Yeah, they're gonna. I don't think that they put in the grass yet. I feel like they're gonna put it in for the World Cup, and then it's going to stay from there on. But yeah, I went round 4 Laporta there just as like, I don't know. Pittman went, T. Higgins went. I wasn't gonna go receiver. The running backs dried up, so Laporta felt fine. I'm Jefferson over Chase. What else is in here? That's what I'm saying. MetLife is not great. You spent $250 on an Uber to get back to Boston? Holy shit. That is brutal. Drafting in your home league as you speak from the 10th spot? All right, good luck. Do you think Rice is being drafted as ceiling in the 3rd, 4th round? I don't think so. I think his ceiling is like... His ceiling would be like a middle of the 2nd round pick, I think. Yeah, these underdog drafts are super wide receiver heavy. All of these guys just going 3 receivers out the gate. To be honest with you, I would have gone receiver here if T made it back to us, but he didn't, so I wasn't taking Pittman there in half PPR. There's just no way. Mahomes to Rashee Rice, that's fun. You're going to have an irresponsible amount of Tet McMillions in best ball next year? So it looks like everyone is expecting Rice to play this year. Yeah, it seems like the suspension is like pretty much not coming. I mean, we'll see. It could be a massive it could be a massive, massive deal if he just gets one like sprung on him, and like it could actually be a pretty crazy story. Like, I don't know, something happens with the legal procedurings or whatever, and then he gets slapped with a suspension in like week 6. I could 100% see that. Rodgers is 35-2 when the defense allows 20 or less. We'll see. Hunter's more polished at cornerback than wide receiver, but he'll make a business decision and be a wide receiver. Yeah, we'll see. I do think he has such natural ball instincts that it's crazy. Do you think it's likely Hunter could play wide receiver full time and sub in as a nickel at times? It's tough to say the both ways stuff. It's really tough to say. Like, I could see a world where he has like, he plays corner full time and then has like a special package for just him that he comes in for on offense or in like primetime situations. But that's even a weird spot too, because it's like you play a guy at corner all game, and then last drive of the game you're down a score. You're gonna all of a sudden. I mean, I get the appeal. I guess if it naturally works, it would work, but I do just wonder. I think that it would actually be. I mean, I guess he's doing it right now. Like, I think that the biggest holdup would be him understanding the playbook enough to the point where he doesn't have like his own section of the playbook, but that he could just sub in for the wide receiver 3 and just play, slot Z, X, wherever they put him at. I think that's definitely a possibility, but that's a lot to think about in the NFL. Brother, just grab a Gatorade bottle? No, chill. I guess Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown would have made sense. You could have talked me into it. Maybe that should have been the pick. Round 4 Laporta is tough to pass on, though. There goes Pitts. We took Jaden Reed in the last draft. I don't have a lot of Calvin Ridley, but I could see how structurally he makes some sense. We'll go Ridley there. Damn. Now I do have sub buyer's remorse. I think Jalen Hurts would have been cool on this team. Then we could have gotten Mark Andrews here. Because I have been in kind of like BBM brain of, wow, and this guy goes Stroud there, huh? Is that even stacked? Stroud's not even stacked there. God. What the hell is that about, man? Alrighty. I guess that's just what it is. Unstacked Stroud, huh? I was thinking to myself, man, I was a little sad that we missed out on A.J. Brown. We can just come back around and take Stroud. I guess not. Yeah, I should have been on top of having A.J. Brown there. That does suck. It's all good, though. We'll go Rome here. Still have other outs. Yeah, I like Laporta over Kincaid for sure, personally. I don't know. Tight end 1 in the 4th round in a best ball feels good. But it is a little bit of BBM brain because I have been liking the like 3 quarterback builds recently, but that's most of the utility there is in a best ball mania where you're in like a huge final seat, final group or whatever, and you just have outs to a bunch of different games popping off. In a 10-team final, I care much less about that, and Hurts would have raised our floor a ton. But I think we'll be all right. All right, so people were saying I can order DoorDash off of my off of my desktop. What else is in here? So nothing possible on Rice until at least December, but it's like, I don't know, like I feel like weird things happen. Said Hunter would compete for Depoy if he stuck to corner. I don't know. I can't. I'm not. I can't say that I can scout defense enough to know. His ball skills are sick. I don't know. Derek Stingley was pretty damn good. He's not competing for Depoys. Didn't even give us a chance to talk you into it. Yeah, I mean that's where that's where he goes in these rooms. Rome. Like the Laporta pick, but Stroud over Ridley, then whichever wide receiver you're left with. Yeah, that could have been it. I just had no clue this guy was going to take Stroud, and Stroud's ADP is like way. I think he's way later than 59. Yeah, I mean he's picked 72. That's crazy. I don't know. Maybe I should have known that this guy had Diggs. Maybe I should have cut him off anyways, but this guy knew this guy had Diggs as well. I don't know what Team 11 is cooking with that, but we shall see. Yeah, Roman Rashi are shooting up. Stingley's nice, but I'm just saying he's, for my money, one of the best cornerback prospects in terms of a similar build of Travis Hunter as well, where his ball skills were amazing. Kind of like a slender, not undersized, but like pretty skinny type of guy. All right, let's see. Goes Najee. All right, we're going to go Ladd McConkey. I know we take a lot of Ladd McConkey, but he's the last wide receiver until a tier break for me personally. So now we have 5 receivers through the first 7 rounds, which feels good here. Yeah, exactly. Like 6th-round Stroud is usually where it's close. Where do I rank Richardson in 6-point passing touchdown leagues? Probably like round 8, round 7, something like that. Becomes less of a priority for sure. I don't have an FFPC promo code. I probably should get one from one of these high stakes sites, but I do not have one. Give me Javonte. Not crazy about that pick, fellas. This is my highest ranked player. It does seem like Javonte just lags behind in these, you know, underdog leagues. But 8th round Javonte at $500, I'm very much fine with that. Something was moving around back there. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. Just looking at some teams here. It's like, I don't know. In a world where Najee's a 7th round pick, to me, Javonte should be not a 8-9 turn guy. A couple of guys on the board I need to kind of spot here and figure out what's going on. All right. Got a couple. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to love this one. Whole point of drafting rookie wide receivers, you get them at value. If you draft them at cost, doesn't make sense. No, it's not why you draft rookie. You draft rookie receivers for the late season upside, and their late season upside stays the same no matter where you draft them. And I didn't reach on Rome Odunze, by the way. Like that's his ADP in these rooms. His ADP is pick 61.6. I took him at 64. So I actually got him at like 3 picks of value there. How'd I do? 6-point passing touchdowns. Kyler, Nico, Worthy, Brees. Jay, I love you, but I need to know how many wide receivers in flex spots, my boy. 6-point passing touchdown. You got Kyler, Nico, Worthy, Brees, Achane, McBride, Reed Odunze, Brian Thomas, Caleb, Rico, A.D. Mitchell. It's a lot of rookie receivers, but I mean, how many flex spots? Oh, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. You're chilling then. You got Nico and Reed in there week 1. You got a ton of upside off the bench. I normally don't love that Caleb Williams pick, but I think honestly, in a 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, if you got him super late, which it seems like you did, I kind of love that. Brees, Achane, Worthy, Nico, McBride to Kyler, Odunze, Brian Thomas, Caleb. This is a grossly Ron Stewart draft, and I do love it. Do you trade Olave for Achane? Both in the same tier. I mean, I prefer Achane. It just kind of comes down to the structure of the rest of your team. Man, I got to be honest with you, like not having an access to a window and starting the stream at 7 p.m. on the dot, I cannot say that I was aware that it's 10 p.m. right now and finding food is going to be a little bit tricky. Huh. Interesting spot we have ourselves here. Huh. Man, Taco Bell just can't. You can't. Taco Bell can't be the answer, I don't think. It just can't be. Man, I really slept on getting some dinner here. I will be honest with you guys. Man, it might be Chinese food. That's again, so fatty. like we did yesterday. Damn, I was hoping for Caleb to come back. I knew the DJ Moore guy wouldn't let him get back to me, though. I was debating. All right, it's going to be a late quarterback team. I think that's still viable. It's not super fun, but just, I don't know. I debated taking Caleb at 88 or Caleb at 88. I just couldn't pull the trigger, man. So there goes Daniels. Man, I might just go unstacked Burrow. We're going unstacked Burrow. I don't know how you guys are going to like that, but round 9 Joe Burrow, unstacked. We'll figure something out later. I also think in a $500 draft, it's not, and it's much smaller field. I don't think that my quarterback has to be stacked. I don't know how you guys are going to like that, but I was fine with it. Chase Brown goes anyways. So I don't know. There was nothing but running backs available. Like we took Javonte in the last round. We'll take Zach Moss to kind of stack with him a little bit there. I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think about that. What you guys think about that. I don't know. I'm like looking at the squad. Took Burrow. Like that could have been just another running back, but then we have 4 running backs through 10. Like I certainly could have just said, we have Laporta, we have Ridley. We could go with something like, Jared Goff, Levis, Tua. But I don't know. I think we'll figure something out. Again, like, I just didn't think that it was super necessary. Might be a dumb decision in a $500 draft, but that's where we're at. Even on my redraft managed rankings, Burrow was the highest ranked player by far. Could have maybe done Dak. We did have the A.J. Brown on the other side of that. And you're right. Could have, Brandon Cooks down the line, plus the running backs. Yeah, if I could have that one back, probably Dak Prescott. He direct sack 99% of the time, but that was valid. Yeah, I just think maybe it should have been maybe Dak, because we would have the Week 17 bring back an A.J. Brown, and then still would have Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert. But I will say it is interesting how many of these guys have been taking unstacked quarterbacks themselves. Like this guy's a red badge and still took unstacked Kyler here for seemingly no reason. Unstacked Lamar as well, another red badge. So I don't know. backstack to Tolbert costing the Millie for sure. We could have gotten Brandon Cooks. You have the backstack of, whatever. We'll be all right. Rate my draft 12-team standard. Had the number 1 pick. Starts Lamar, CMC, Najee, Evans, Kupp, Andrews, Kirk. And I'm assuming it's like Caleb, Moss, Myers, Palmer. It's tough. It's tough, fellas. I wish I knew how many receivers in flex spots you had in this league. Lamar, CMC, Najee, Evans, Kupp, Andrews, Kirk. I'm assuming it's 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. I'm assuming it's Caleb Williams off the bench, Zach Moss off the bench. Myers, Palmer, Shakir are tough for me. Like I don't know in a 2 wide receiver, 1 flex they'll ever make your lineup. Or I guess really just more Jacoby Myers. I probably would have gone a bench running back there, but I still think solid in terms of like your starting lineup. It looks good. All right, 1 pick away. What do you got, G Funker? Come on. Please. All right, we go Goff. We're not going to get cute and push him. Probably fine with those in my 2 quarterbacks. You could talk me into a third, but I think that's probably a fine quarterback room there. Not my favorite. Like I said, I do wish that I probably went Dak, but it's all good. Sometimes things work themselves out. What else is in here? I will star the Bengals just to have those guys. Yeah, geez, they're not coming around for a while. Just to have those guys start in some capacity. Figure that out later. Probably going to be a similar build here, too. Probably like another 2-6-8-2. I'm not sure yet. So there goes Freiermuth. Let's run Trey Benson. Or actually, no, we took Trey Benson in the last one. Let's take Algier. We'll just take like a pure handcuff. I think that's a fun profile to put on the bench for us. We got Brandon in here giving me Ron Goat. What's up? Thoughts on Zamir White? You don't have a name here? I'm not a big fan. I think he goes too early in home leagues, like 5th round. Find it tough to draft somebody who's kind of just propped up on volume there. But I know he has his fans. I need to stop waffling around. Wow, okay, never mind. I need to stop waffling around and actually order something. Man, it's 10:18. Yeah, no, I'm just going to have to roll up my sleeves and make something upstairs. That's what I've decided here, fellas. That's sadly what it's come down to. You have Waddle, Allen, Neighbors, as in Keenan Allen, Neighbors, Odunze, Worthy, Watson, and JMO. Maybe bundle JMO with one of them and try and upgrade, but I think that's probably fine. It really comes down to how many you can start. Mooney or Mims? Probably neither, man. Probably Mooney, but it's tough. Metcalf or Neighbors? I'm probably on Neighbors there, but I think it's very close. Yeah, Ben Sinnott goes ahead of Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, these are weird rooms, man. Upstairs is forbidden territory. Did you mess up drafting Mike Evans over Derrick Henry? No, you did not. You're probably fine. I don't know. I'm not a fan of really either players, to be honest with you. Oh. All right, my bad. I don't know what the hell happened there. All right, I'm actually going to order some Chinese food, sadly. That's what I've decided here. Can I get a buzzer beater in here? So I got 9 minutes left to order something. All right, let's see what I'm doing back on the clock here. So no Herbert, probably done at quarterback here, like I said. All right, I got a couple of ideas. Let's see. Now we're talking. Oh my God, Josh Downs goes. You got to be kidding me. What's it gonna be, G Funker? What's it gonna be? I got one guy I want, man. And you're gonna get auto picked again, huh? All right, it gets Noah Brown. All right, he is a victim of the star method right now. We're gonna go Jalen McMillan. Works for me. All right, so this is what we're gonna get. Going to get chicken fried rice and then chicken on the stick. I don't know if you guys have ever had chicken on the stick at a Chinese place, but it's usually pretty good. It's usually not all that nasty in terms of being like, greasy and stuff. So I will take it. All right, let's see. 30 seconds left on the clock. Probably got to be Ray Davis here. Yeah, I'm fine with Ray Davis. I do wonder, this might be a 2-6-8-2 team again. We do have to worry about backup tight end. Could talk me all the way down to Mike Gesicki, but that might be too thin. I'm not sure. Mike Gesicki at tight end 2 might be a little bit too thin for me. I'm not sure, though. Ray Davis is the Crab Rangoon of fantasy players. I don't hate that call. How's this LSU game going, by the way? I haven't checked it out at all. Let me see. LSU. Who's it? LSU USC? 17-13. Okay. Hell yeah. I do have a share of Deuce Robinson and Devi. Bucky Irving or Jalen Wright? Probably Jalen Wright for me, but kind of depends on if you need production early or not. Flex Deontay. Like I said, I haven't really looked at week 1 yet. I'll just be straight up. Deontay, Ridley, or Moss? I don't know. It's too early for me to know, to be real with you. That's a close one, though. No dumplings. I don't think dumplings are gluten-free. I could be wrong. As some of you guys know, I do not consume gluten. A bit suspect of me, I understand. Pairing Gibbs and Montgomery, not a favorable thing. Yeah, not favorable, but it's you can work with it. I do have one Jalen Warren and Najee team where they're on the same roster. It's not the end of the world, but it's also not super ideal either. Do I eat potatoes for carbs? I definitely fancy myself a good potato for sure. Hunter Henry's gone. Just keep thinking back to maybe I do kind of regret not going Dak Prescott over Joe Burrow, but we're going to be fine. We'll be all right. Should you have taken Rashad White or Achane over Drake London? I would have taken Achane there. Yeah. I don't know. I think having buyer's remorse over your draft is probably a bad thing. We'll go Jermaine Burton here. We might get really weird and just start stacking a shit ton of Bengals, like a shit ton of like auxiliary pieces in this offense. The pairs aren't ideal because it's just like you're kind of like you're hedging your bets when in a perfect world you kind of want to spread them out a little bit. You're not even guaranteed that like one emerges to the point where you can start them and it's all that good. Like sometimes backfields are just pretty unpredictable and you might have both of them, not know who to start every week. You're kind of better off taking one swing at each backfield and hoping something emerges from like the pile than loading up on the same one. I think that it's viable for sure. Like you can do it. I just shy away from it. All right, we'll take Yoshivas just for you guys, man. This is going to be just a lot of Joe Burrow correlation to kind of end this thing out. So now we have Zach Moss attached to him. We have Yoshi. We have Burton. I don't know that this is super viable, but I think, when things are this dirty at the back half of a draft, I'm fine kind of just showering Burrow and correlation that we missed out early on. I know people wanted me to take Yoshi as well, so I'm fine conceding to the chat. Between Kupp, Waddle, and Debo, who do I choose? Probably Kupp. Then Waddle, then Debo. Do you have super chats off? I don't think so. I also don't really, I don't know. What's your must-have running back after round 8 in a 15-round draft? Huh. It's tough to say without knowing exactly what's going to be available there. But I don't know. I like Tyjae Spears a good bit. I like Brian Robinson. I doubt Warren is there in round 9. I think Jonathan Brooks is fun. Chase Brown is fun if he's there. Corum is another one. I'd say those are kind of the group of guys I'd be looking at. Is it bad that I've never drafted Jefferson once this year? Yeah, probably. Some people are very spooked on the whole prospect of no JJ McCarthy, but I don't know. I think Sam Darnold with Kevin O'Connell should be enough of just kind of like puppeteering him around into a good offense. All right, let's see. No JJ McCarthy makes you bullish for Jefferson. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I just don't think it's a big deal. Like, I don't know that he is, at the end of the day, he's a rookie quarterback. He could have been sick, but yeah, and I think Darnold is serviceable enough to just get the ball to Jefferson. I think O'Connell's going to scheme stuff up in the right way. We're kind of like, he does come from the Ram scheme of like getting Cooper Kupp in these matchups against linebackers and safeties and nickel corners. I think that he'll do some similar stuff with Jefferson. Oh, did you super chat early and I missed it? My bad. I'll get to it in a second here. I did absolutely miss that. Let me just make this pick first. I will say, after I make this pick, I don't know what I'm going to do with this 18th round pick. Probably another receiver, to be honest. I'll probably stay strict on a 2.592 here. This guy's been doing nothing but the star method here. He has 4 quarterbacks. Is he going to get this thing thrown out, man? I don't know. I got to be honest, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'm not in love with this draft, but if not, he has donated to the pot, is all I can really say. But you said 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. I appreciate that. Someone who's an RB2 would be worth to trade Najee and Stafford for Love? Potentially. You went Gibbs, Najee, Garrett Wilson, Waddle, Cup, Kittle, and a 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, Rice, Reed, Chase Brown, Dowdle. You could certainly trade a wide receiver for Love for sure. Like wide receiver and a quarterback for Love. Who's your quarterback? Already Stafford. Yeah, and a 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, I wouldn't have gone that extreme. But I mean, you honestly just got values everywhere. It seems like you just got locked out at quarterback. Your running backs are Gibbs, Najee, Chase Brown, Dowdle, Corum. Like, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I think quarterback's the only issue, but I think that you have a lot of wide receivers that you can kind of load off. Just remember, in 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, like what? So you have Garrett Wilson, Waddle, Cup, Rice, Reed. Like, I think for sure, Rice, Reed, Brian Thomas Jr., you could definitely offload one of those guys, plus a quarterback and figure something out. But you also let it ride for a few weeks and kind of see if anybody has a need. Maybe they come to you, ask for a running back, etc. We'll go Troy Franklin on the other side of that Denver-Cincinnati game. All right, fellas. So this is the final team. After 3.5 hours of streaming today, good Lord, we went A.J. Brown, Devon Achane, Tank Dell, Sam Laporta, Calvin Ridley, Roma Dunze, Ladd McConkey, Javonte, Burrow, Moss, Jared Goff, Tyler Algier, Jalen McMillan, Ray Davis, Jermaine Burton, Yoshi, Gesicki, Troy Franklin. We got Jacob in here. Yeah, it's a little bit of a marathon that we've been on today. A little bit of a marathon. I will say before I get out of here, Jacob, I will show you the main event team that I told you about that I was drafting today. Probably one of the more cracked out 0RB teams I've ever ran up here. From the 9th spot, we went Garrett Wilson, Kelsey, Debo, Devontae Smith, Mahomes, Worthy, Keenan Allen, Brian Thomas, and then just a bunch of dusty-ass running backs. The chat begged me to take Josh Jacobs over Devontae Smith, Joe Mixon over Worthy. The other one that stuck out was Warren or Mostert over Brian Thomas. It was very difficult, but that's where we ended up. Second main event, solo. But yeah, not any more drafts. We did some, look, we had some extra funds in the underdog account, so I ripped a couple of big dogs. You said Brian Thomas over Mostert, Warren is a full commit. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely, I certainly didn't have to. Really, really tough decision on the clock. But it was tough. It was tough, very extreme. But I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. We're kind of betting on ourselves here to find something at running back. But scared money does not make money. But regardless, we've been at this for a long time. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, subscribe, leave a like, and I will see y'all in the next one.